This one's for Ethan. I'm just wondering, you look back at game one for yourself. How much different did that game feel from what you've played in the regular season? Was there a totally different level that the game was played at?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, obviously it's more intense. It's playoffs, right? So everything's a little bit more intense, and everyone had a little bit of nerves, you could tell. But it's at the end of the day, it's another game, and we got to try to win. And I thought it was a very, very tight game, and as we expected, but it was a very good game.
We've seen the playoff games in the other rinks where they're full of fans and they're screaming and the atmosphere is a lot different. The game that you guys played was in an empty building. What was that vibe like for you guys?
I mean, it'd be the same as all year in the regular season. I think everyone just knows that it's a little bit more intense because the playoffs. There's like we would love to have fans in the stands, but at the same time we got to find a way to get up and to raise our intensity. And I think we could. I think we can do that each game.
Start Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, this question is for Dmitry. Dmitry, just want to ask you what it was like playing against the Jets in the playoffs. I know you know some of those guys over there really well.
I didn't feel any different, to be honest with you, than playing against any other team. Yeah, I know the guys well. I've played there for the last 3 years, but we're in the business of winning games, and it doesn't matter who's out there. They're a good team. All we're trying to do is win here.
Having played with them, does that help you at all with tendencies that they may have, some of their forwards may have at all, or is it just another game?
Yeah, a little bit maybe. You try not to, overthink the game. Everything happens so quick on the ice that you don't. You just come out on the ice and just kind of read off of your partners, off of them. Kind of the tendency that some of the other players have, but you're not really using it in the game. I feel like a lot of the times you just end up playing the situations.
Terry Jones, Post Media.
Yes, for Ethan, now that you've played a game of this series and you watched a game of the Toronto series, can you speak to the appreciation of how special it is, especially in only your second year in the league, to be involved in a once-in-a-lifetime Canadian Division playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like you see, all the passion from each fan base, and it's a big deal. For Canadian teams to make the playoffs in general, and to let alone to have the North Division. It's just that much more intense, and I guess it's a lot of pride on the line for a lot of ourselves and a lot of fans and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool. It makes us want to win more, and you can't ask for more than that.
As a guy who last year was involved in the bubble, and you basically walked across the catwalk to the rink and everything like that, do you have any sense of, the playoff atmosphere that's outside of those walls?
I mean, it's hard to tell for now. It would be nice to have some fans in the stands, before games. You see all the hype in the video and stuff like that, and I wish we could experience that, but hopefully we can just keep winning and get on to the further rounds, and hopefully we can have more people in the building. But with that being said, we should still be well motivated.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
This is for Ethan. Ethan, when you're playing defense and you've got Mike Smith in goal, it did seem like the first game that the Jets just decided, you know what, we can't dump the puck in on this guy. He always gets to it, and normally there's a hard forecheck and stuff. Do you sense that as a defenseman with the opposing team saying, look, the old dump it in and bang around doesn't work against Mike Smith?
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want to give it to Smitty. He can move the puck well, and definitely helps us back there. So I definitely think that's one of their game plans. But like we as deep partners, like we have to support each other and get back there and try to make the best play possible. I definitely if they keep it away from Smitty, good for them. But I think we can still do some work back there on our own.
And for Dmitry, have you ever had a goalie who handles the puck like Mike Smith? He played in a number of different places.
No, he's unique in that category. He moves it so well back there that sometimes it makes the life easier for us. And like you said, like your question was that I think the teams are pre-scouting that and know that, and try to keep it away from him.
Paul Gazzola, Oilers TV.
Hey guys, I got one for both of you, but I'll start with you, Dmitry. You have the unique experience of playing in two divisions this season. What have you noticed are the differences, if any, between the East and the North?
Well, first of all, that we had fans in the East, and that's one difference. And then the rest of it was just kind of. I guess like playing the whole season and never seeing the team in the other division is kind of weird. There's not much difference in hockey. The games are a bit tighter. Like I know playing in the East, everyone thinks that the games are a little more offensive minded. But I wouldn't say that. In the NHL, every team is good, and it's hard to play against anybody. So there's not much of a difference.
And Ethan, obviously you got a bit of a fresh partner in Slater, and he seemed pretty active in game one, just jumping in on the rush and everything. Did you have to adapt your game at all with him?
No, not at all. I've watched Kooks this year a little bit, so I kind of know how he plays, and we got a good relationship off the ice. So I think we got some good trust in each other, and it's nice to see him being aggressive and getting up the ice. It just shows that playoff time comes, he's not going to shy away.